And under the radar no more, Alexander Volkanovski draws Chad Mendes tonight. The Aussie tries to extend his winning streak to 16 and officially make his mark with the featherweight elite. 2018 has been a pivotal year for Chad Mendes and Alexander Volkanovski, with Mendes returning to his spot among the featherweight elite after a long layoff, while Volkanovski emerged as a featherweight contender with whom to be reckoned. Tonight they will meet with one man in place to set himself up for a massive 2019.
Alex is a guy that's a young up-and-comer. This guy is trying to come into this octagon and make a name off of me, and I'm not going to let it happen. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to put a hurting on this dude and show a lot of these guys in my division why I deserve to be at the top.
I'm so keen to get in there with Chad Mendes. He's only lost to the greats of the sport, but this is my time, and I just can't wait to step in the octagon and do my thing.
Australia's Alexander Volkanovski may have debuted in the UFC at lightweight, but it's been at featherweight where he has really made his dent. But regardless of division, Volkanovski has been perfect in the octagon, and tonight he hopes to follow up his win over Darren Elkins with his biggest victory to date.
Getting the win is always really good, but to finish off the year, right at the end of the year, with finish it with a bang, with a big knockout finish would mean the world to me right now.
After nearly 3 years on the sidelines, many wondered whether Chad Mendes would be in his traditional top form when he returned in July. But Mendes immediately announced he was back with a knockout of Miles Jury that took less than 3 minutes. And in so doing, he sent an ominous message to his featherweight peers.
I think my knockout of Miles Jury sent a great message to everyone in the division. I didn't go anywhere. I might have taken some time off, but I'm here. I'm one of the best in the world, and I'm here to prove it.
Representing Freestyle Fighting Gym and City Kickboxing, here is the upstart Alexander Volkanovski, 5-0 in the UFC. He has not lost an MMA fight in 5.5 years. He has never fought an opponent below 500. And he feels like he has trained with a lot of stocky wrestler types like Chad Mendes. He asked for this fight. We'll see how it goes for him here in a matter of moments.
Well, this is how you find out where you stand. You take that chance, you ask for the fight against the dangerous guy who's a real veteran, and you see what happens. And this will be the most high-profile fight of his career, and I believe the most dangerous fight of his career. Chad Mendes is very physically powerful. He's lightning fast. He's got great wrestling credentials, legit knockout power, and a lot of experience against world-class competition. As Volkanovski said, the guy's only lost to the greats of the sport.
Something that Alexander said really struck me. When I talked to him, he said, something different. It wasn't, I'm going to knock him out. It wasn't, I'm going to take him down. He can't beat me. I'm unbeatable. It was, I'm going to get him into scrambles while we're breaking apart. He has holes, and I see that that's my opening to get to make real damage against Mendes. And what he means is he's looking for Mendes to try to wrestle him.
This fighter description is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. Takedown ratio 16-3. He's been a very accurate striker. Significant strike defense also on point for Volkanovski. 18-1.
And knowing that Mendes is going to wrestle him is what he wants. He knows he's going to get taken down, but what he said is, I'm impossible to hold down, so that's why I wanted this fight. Even if he takes me down, he can't hold me there, and I'll hurt him on the break.
Volkanovski had a big win back in July against Mendes' teammate Darren Elkins, and you hear the Game of Thrones music blaring. David Benioff, co-creator, front and center here tonight for UFC 232. Not a bad seat. Volkanovski is ready to go. We now await the former 3-time title challenger, Chad Money Mendes. So here is the number 5 ranked contender, Chad Money Mendes. Twice he has challenged Jose Aldo, fought Conor McGregor for the interim title. And after 2 years away from the game due to suspension, Joe, he came back about as sharp and as strong as he could against Miles Jury in July.
I think it was probably good for him. I mean, the guy had so many tough fights, hard battles, and he came back looking fantastic. Here's the key. Didn't take time off training. Kept training the entire time during his suspension, and just came with a lot of enthusiasm and completely refreshed. He is a freak athlete, this guy. I mean, he's ridiculously fast, ridiculously powerful, and is one of the more dangerous one-punch knockout artists in this division.
I mean, he's been wrestling his whole life, and that's translated over to his submission grappling. Outside of the suspension, you know, all of us athletes, we're just staying in shape because none of us want to stop. And for just getting banned, I mean, he could just train and train and train. He probably didn't take as much damage, probably took better care of his body, probably came back better from that 2 years than ever before because he wasn't taking damage in these fights. So I think we're going to see a better Chad Mendes, a more developed Chad Mendes than we've ever seen in these next coming fights of his career.
He's really developed the finishing instincts of late, has finished the opponent in 6 of his last 7 UFC wins. He's also a guy who's never been taken down in the UFC or the WEC, so you got to think at some point Volkanovski is going to try to level change and take Chad Mendes down. If he's able to do so, he will be the first to have accomplished that inside the octagon. Chad Mendes, Alexander Volkanovski kicking off a big night on pay-per-view tonight. This Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Mendes, 33 years old. Volkanovski, 30 years old. Both fighters 5'6" tall. Volkanovski's called it the Battle of the Hobbits. He will have a 5.5-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Los Angeles at the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California for UFC 232, Jones versus Gustafsson 2, presented by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 18 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5'6" tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Winnipeg, New South Wales, Australia, presenting the number 10 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 18 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5'6" tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, presenting the NCAA All-American Wrestler and the number 5 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Chad Money Mendes. And the action begins. Our referee in charge, Mark Smith.
Mark Smith, our referee. You just saw Uriah Faber, longtime teammate of Chad Mendes. These fight odds are brought to you by Poker Stars, the undisputed champion of online poker. Knock your opponents out to take home millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. Mendes, the -140 favorite. Volkanovski coming back at +130. And with that touch of gloves, we are underway. Volkanovski is in black, Chad Mendes is in white. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Mendes met Uriah Faber when he was in high school. Went on to become a 2-time Pac-10 wrestling champion at Cal Poly, 2-time NCAA Division I All-American.
And he's stalking Volkanovski right now.
And what a story it is on Volkanovski, former professional rugby player. He was a front rower. And when he played rugby, 214 pounds, competing at 145 pounds tonight.
What? Is that real?
That's what the card says.
I think that's impossible.
That's ridiculous.
Should have stretch marks or something.
Yeah.
This is a literal mirror match. It's going to be a matter of speed and who chooses what weapons how.
Yeah, Volkanovski's got him pressed up against the cage now, or at least he's controlling the center of the octagon, rather.
Chad's looking for a takedown. He's just backing up because he's trying to pull him into a takedown right now. That's what I see.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
All fingers, Alexander.
just grazed him with that right hand.
Let's be faster. Circle, don't let him get straight.
Oh, nice combination from Mendes.
Do that all night.
I think at least the left hand was blocked there. It looked like the right might have partially gotten through.
On paper for Volkanovski, short sample size, but top 3 in terms of significant strike accuracy in UFC history in any division. He's landed just 4 of 19 so far. Mendes with a flurry.
Nice uppercut up the middle.
Well, Mendes throws a lot of horsepower into those shots.
That's what we saw with Aldo. He used a lot of power early, and kind of you see in the later rounds. Same with Mendes, or excuse me, same with Conor. When he fought Conor, and gets a little tired, but that was a short notice fight. Let's see if he can keep the pace and keep the power throughout the entire fight. This one.
Yeah, those explosions are costly. There's that takedown we talked about, takedown attempt. Those explosions are costly, but they paid dividends for him. So many knockouts.
My experience of watching Mendes, he needs at least a takedown around to feel the comfort that he wants. And if Volkanovski can stop those takedowns, I think he has a better chance of winning this fight. He's got to stop the takedowns of Mendes to keep Mendes where he's not comfortable the whole fight.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round 1. Volkanovski trying to establish the jab.
Good jab by Volkanovski, and that's a huge weapon he can use because that'll force Mendes to shoot. Instead of, if he throws the right hand, he's committed to the right hand, so Mendes can shoot underneath it and get the double leg. By throwing that jab out there, he's forcing Mendes to shoot to a single leg, which is much easier to defend.
And Volkanovski's keeping Mendes thinking, too, with all these feints. A lot of feints as he gets in closer. Ooh, nice right hand there by Volkanovski.
And he's keeping the pressure heavy on Mendes, making Mendes think. Mendes is in counter mode right now, waiting for the punch, and then following it up from body head.
I like that jab. That jab of Volkanovski's slick. Nice, went to the body with it there.
Good jab.
Shot from Mendes, he gets Volkanovski down.
And this is where Volkanovski said he was going to make the difference. He said, I can't get held down. Even if he takes me down, he can't hold me there, and I'll pick him apart when I get away.
Look at that. He got right back up to his feet. He ate a little bit of an uppercut on the way out.
And that's the takedown Mendes needs for comfort, though. He at least got one, but the needs a little bit more time holding him down to feel real comfortable, I believe. He's still doing well in this fight.
Nice right hand behind the ear landed by Mendes. How about the boundless energy, though, of Volkanovski? It's infectious.
What I'm seeing is Volkanovski establishing a slight edge with his striking technique. I think he's been a little bit better with his defense, and he's establishing that jab, and he's making Mendes think.
High-level MMA right there. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC.
Sit down, bro.
That's beautiful, brother. Yep. It's beautiful. Start jabbing to the gut a little bit, bro. You've got to,
more, yeah?
Yeah, just a little bit. You got to confuse before the looks. You can't really read what you're doing when you come in. So just start mixing up your jab now.
How's the range, right? Yeah, I want you to jab to the body and then come over, yeah?
Perfect.
Okay? Yep. You're just going all head hunting. I want you to go to the body and then come over, yeah? Yep. You're Brad, yeah?
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly it, bro.
Yeah, show him a different look.
Try to come underneath now, all right? Be quick. Let's get him around the gloves. Come around the gloves. He's right here. Come around and fuck him up. In and out. In and out.
You're so much time against the cage, either. So
in and out. Good job. Settle down. Let's fuck that leg up outside. Get your head out center. Okay, remember, pull your shoulder back. Take that uppercut away. Yeah, we're faster. We're faster.
Let's go.
In and out all night. In and out.
Tonight's crowd shots are brought to you by Poker Stars, the undisputed champion of online poker. Knock your opponents out to take home millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. And how about LA showing up and showing out, banging out this forum on short notice here tonight?
All right, guys, second round. Fight's on.
Round 2, Alexander Volkanovski and Chad Mendes.
I think Mendes does have the speed, but I'd like to say that basically Volkanovski just looks more comfortable standing. Chad Mendes looks good standing, but he doesn't look as comfortable standing, which adds to exhaustion as the fight moves on, because when you're uncomfortable in your fight and where you're at, that taxes you.
I agree. He looks less comfortable, and also he's responding to a lot of the feints of Volkanovski. So he's always tense.
And now he's feinting back, and that's what Mendes can do to counter that. Feint back to the feint and not explode so much. All the huge explosions to cover distance and range, whereas Volkanovski's covering distance and range with his jab, with his kicks. And Mendes is exploding with power to cover range, so it's more exhausting. Good right hand by Volkanovski.
It's also the defense of Volkanovski's been on point too, so when Mendes does these flurries, he's not getting benefit from it.
Oh, you got to watch out though, because Mendes can finish these fights at any time. He's got non-stop power, and he counts on it, and he's good at it.
Look at Volkanovski just...
There it is.
Volkanovski down.
It started with the right hand, and now we're going to see Mendes have comfort. Now he hurt him. Now we get to see Mendes establish some striking and really feel where he wants to be.
Oh, he got a clip with the left hand there. Volkanovski smiles at him.
This is the fight we wanted right here.
Mendes just stepping forward now. Got to be careful there. He's looking for that left. Nice. Rips to the body with it.
Cut on the bridge of the nose of Alexander Volkanovski. Less than 3.5 to go here, round 2.
Mendes taking a little breather now. And that's when Volkanovski's going to press. Volkanovski knows that he pushed a lot of energy out there.
I don't think it's a question of being tired, Joe. I think it's a question of respect.
Yes.
That power that he felt. He understands, all right, I can get hurt too. I can hurt him, but he can hurt me too.
Well, I think it's also understanding there's 3 minutes left in the round. And he just can't keep... Oh! Volkanovski tees off on him.
Volkanovski's showing a lot of toughness right now. Mendes, perfect timing on that takedown. He needs to hold Volkanovski down here. He needs to get some air and to get his rhythm and his momentum back.
That cut for Volkanovski not in a great place. Blood trickling into that left eye. Wow.
Right back up. Volkanovski with an amazing takedown defense, or at least the ability to get back up to his feet.
The defense doesn't matter as much as what you just said, Joe, getting back up.
There's some blood coming out of the nose of Mendes and the eye of Volkanovski. This fight's getting serious.
That jab's picking Mendes apart, and that's what's messing him up right now. It's that jab. That jab is really causing issues. And that was a shift. Fake the jab, came over the top with the right when he switched to southpaw. Nice shift by Volkanovski.
Another beautiful jab right there by Volkanovski. Nice inside leg kick.
Beautiful combination.
Volkanovski coming on strong.
Mendes needs to start going to the body and quit trying to explode to the head hunting of Volkanovski. Go to the body, set up to the head later on after he goes to the body.
That is the difference, is the look. Okay, now at least he's doing this in the center of the octagon.
Don't forget,
Let's see if he can control it. Oh, he's got the back.
What about the explosion that took, though, Joe, to do all this? How much energy is this taking? Now he's got the control. That's what he needed.
True, but he is a finisher.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about a guy who finished Jeff Glover in a submission match.
This is a guy who can't be held down, according to Volkanovski, and that's the issue.
Look at this. Back up. Nice kick to the body by Volkanovski.
When you
he's hurt. He's hurt.
He needs that momentum on the ground.
Volkanovski's teeing off on him.
Oh, huge elbow. Mendes needs to get off the fence and get to moving his feet.
Mendes is in big trouble.
Less than a minute now to go in the round.
What a war.
Volkanovski with an incredible pace here, too. He's putting a lot of pressure on Mendes. Ripping to the body. He drops him.
That's it.
Huge
wow. Alexander Volkanovski has finished Chad Mendes, and with immediacy vaults into featherweight title contention.
Wow. What a victory for Volkanovski. I mean, that is absolutely huge for that guy. Chad Mendes, a top 5 contender, and Volkanovski comes in here and closes the show in a war.
I mean, and Volkanovski, he's just getting started, man. Only started MMA training in 2011. Let's get you the fight replay.
Crazy.
Brought to you by Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
That's an almost as crazy a statistic as his weight when he was playing rugby.
Right.
I mean, here we see the beginning of the end, the knee to the body. I mean, he's just relentless, staying on top of Chad Mendes. And the jab, as we were talking about before, is a big factor. Look at this, rips to the body here. Hits him with that one on the forehead. And that's what dropped him. It was the one to the temple. And then boom, there's one behind it. Let's take a look again. Rips to the body, and then the right hand over the top, and that's what dropped him. Amazing victory for Alexander Volkanovski.
Who left a successful rugby career, put his family's life on hold to pursue the UFC dream. And how about that result tonight? Tonight's stats brought to you by Poker Stars, the undisputed champion of online poker. Knock your opponents out to take home millions of prizes every day on Poker Stars. The longest active win streaks in the featherweight division, a dozen for Holloway. Volkanovski now in a four-way tie with Arnold Allen, Enrique Barzola, and Zabit Magomed Sharipov. All right, the official decision brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Get unlimited high-speed data all month long on the same network as T-Mobile. To make this one official, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
I'm here with the winner, Alexander Volkanovski, and you, sir, just emerged as a huge contender in the featherweight division tonight. Just an outstanding performance in a real war against Chad Mendes, and this is a fight that you called for. What was it about Chad that made you think you could do this tonight?
Man, I just want to shoot for these ranks. I've said it from the start. Even though he's probably one of the toughest guys in the division, I knew this would get me in front. This would get me in the top 5. I've finally done it, you know, a lot of respect. He's only lost to the greats, and now he just lost to another great, Alexander the Great. Mate, it's, I'm stoked.
You seem so composed tonight, even after you got clipped. How bad were you hurt during that one exchange?
I wasn't hurt. I didn't go too, like, he definitely, I guess it dropped me. But, you know, I felt fine. Like, I was clear-headed. Something got me in the eye. I think it might have been that punch. It was more just, blindness in the eye sort of thing. But, mate, I just kept coming forward. You know what I mean? I'm one of the most dangerous guys in this division. I can go with all the powerful ones. I can go with the jiu-jitsu guys. I can go with the stand-up guys. I'm one of the most well-rounded. I put it together better than anyone in the division. I'm Max Holloway's worst nightmare. You know, I've got a lot of respect for Max Holloway. I really do. He's a gangster. I absolutely love what he does in there. But the fact that he's such a gamer and he's crazy in there, he will stick to something that I'm so good at. It's in the pocket, and he hasn't wrestled, he hasn't fought a wrestler like me or Chad Mendes or Frankie Edgar.
Sensational performance.
Sorry about that, no disrespect.
It's all right, you're just saying what you feel. Listen, you did a fantastic job tonight. Sensational performance against a top 5 contender. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing your next fights.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Los Angeles. Loved you.
Alexander Volkanovski, ladies and gentlemen.
He will be